So coming to the gym today to do still body weight only. Remember, I'm 14 weeks today through body weight only training, but I've been coming to the gym occasionally to use a bar. Like I said yesterday's vlog, is that when doing body weight only, you lack some of the pulling exercises. It's really tough to do pulling with your own body, which is why I've been using TRX and some resistance bands and stuff. But when I come to the gym, I can use a bar, and with the bar I can do pull-ups, hanging exercises, hanging core exercises, and really work the back a lot more and the biceps and things like that. So to make sure that we're carrying on this balanced workout, it's really important that I'm doing that. I'm probably going to start lifting weights again in the new year, or in a couple of weeks when I start my Gym Fit 1 program with the app again, or when the app launches, I will. But anyway, let's get in there and get the workout started. We're at Silveremere Fitness today. There's a bit of a refurb going on at the moment, but this room is still open, but it has all the equipment in, so sorry if it's a little bit cramped. So starting with the warm-up, like normal, I usually run if I'm doing a gym workout or any cardio machine. Doesn't really matter whether it's rowing, running, cross trainer or whatever. I start slow, build it up, especially because it's like 2 degrees outside today, so cold. So I started in a jumper and gradually take off the layers as I speed up. I stayed on the treadmill for 10 minutes, got nice and warm, speeding up bit by bit before I moved into some mobility and stretching, feeling a little bit tight recently, so I focused on around the hips. And I think so many people really leave this part out of their routine. And even if it's just 2 minutes, 3 minutes or 5 minutes, do what you can, because preparing the body and also preparing the mind, but preparing the body and getting it nice and warm and mobile, whether it's pre-workout or as a part of your morning routine, it's so important. Just a few minutes every day can make a massive difference in your range of motion, your posture, and the quality of your exercises when you do them, because so much of what we do in exercise is tightening and stiffening our bodies. And it's this mobility routine which can really help open up areas. Especially with me, I've had a bit of a sore shoulder recently, so I've been opening up my pecs and my chest. Anyway, warm up done. So today's focus is still strength, muscle building stuff, although it's only body weight. Mainly pull-ups, chin-ups, dips, and some kind of lower body, haven't decided yet. And then I'll do some cardio focus at the end. So let's start with pull-ups. So in the pull-ups, started with just a nice standard width here. And something that I always like to remind people is try to think about that initial movement is pulling the shoulder blades down. Try to use those back muscles without hunching up the shoulders too high, and use those lats. I think I have lost a bit of strength in this bodyweight challenge because I've neglected the pulling. Like I was talking about earlier, I've struggled to get in all the pulling work, but still not bad. And remember, these exercises, pull-ups are some of the toughest exercises you can do. So if you can't do a full pull-up yet, that doesn't matter. That's okay. Make sure you're using a band for assistance, or so many gyms have one of those machines that takes some weight off of you, where you stand on a platform and do pull-ups. Also, you saw I did a few kipping pull-ups at the end there. So when I reached failure, I just do a couple of those, added momentum, but still they're good pull-ups, still working you hard. Okay, and then I moved into chin-ups, so more pulling, but just changing the hands to much narrower and palms facing in towards you. So just a slightly different motion, but still really great for building that back strength. And this one's added work for the biceps even more as well. Probably a little bit easier than the wider grip. And I'm going for 3 sets of failure on each, really, with a good 30-60 seconds rest period. You saw at the end there, I'm not just dropping down. I'm not just dropping down with gravity, control down. Because remember, the eccentric contraction of your exercises is actually where you get a lot of results from. A lot of the strength gains come from the lowering phase. So on that last rep especially, control down and resist. It really works. One of my favorite abs exercises, but one of the toughest as well, because you've got to have that upper body strength, that hanging strength to hold on to your body. But once you've got that strength, it's a really great exercise for your core, for those abs, lifting those legs up. You've got to have the strength in your core. If you don't, then you can do this laying on the floor, just holding onto a bar behind your head and lifting your legs. But really great for really building that deep core strength. And you can tell by my face, I'm struggling. And then from there, moved into an isometric contraction. This is just holding in a back lever position, getting that straight arm strength again, working across the back and the shoulders, but again, a really tough core exercise. And then moving on into the dips. Now, after all of that pulling, it's time to work on the pushing. And I've been doing lots of dips with the hands behind your back, like if you were doing it on a bench or a chair or something. But this, with your hands by the side or in front of you, it's even more work for the chest. But make sure that you're not, again, rolling the shoulders forwards. Think about the shoulder positioning being back. Set your shoulders back, use those triceps. Incredible exercise for building that upper body strength. Once you hit failure, see if you've got any left. Probably not. Okay, finisher is maximum push-ups to failure, and then maximum pull-ups to failure, and then we're on to lower body. Here we go. I like to add in finishers where I can, just to empty out the tank, see what I've got left, and work as hard as I can. 32 at the end of the workout, it's pretty good. And even here with the pull-ups, having to use a bit of a kip, just increase the tempo, get as many as I can. Watch out for injuring your shoulder. You want to keep good technique even if you're doing kipping as well. 12, not bad. Okay, and then the final section, moving into just a bit more isolation for the core. This one of my favorites for the sides, the obliques, working on those love handles, doing some hip lifts for about 10 each side, and then going to this Russian twist for 30 reps or 15 each side. Great, again, for all across the core, but that rotation is getting the obliques working as well. Come on. Come on. Come on. Baxter wants to come up. There we go. Okay, the end of that video, my battery went. You would have thought with all of this YouTubing that I'd be able to prepare myself with a full battery, but apparently not. Anyway, I did 10 minutes of HIIT on the bike to finish with some cardio. Now Baxter, I'm going to be recording, so you've got to be quiet. Yeah. I'm finishing my protein shake post-workout. Anyway, so finish off with some cardio at the end there. Do you have cats? If you do, have you realised that all cats love to sit on bags, sit in boxes? Seriously, Baxter, if there's a bag, he will find it and sit on it. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was being motivated this time of year and in this month. For me personally, I always get so motivated to eat well, keep up my nutrition, and I just really enjoy my training. And over the years of experience, I think I'm finding understanding in myself as to why I get so motivated in December. And I think there's a few reasons. And I think mainly it's obviously Christmas period is coming up. And that's on, I think, whoever's interested in fitness and their health, it's on everybody's mind and everybody approaches it very differently. But for me, there is an inevitable enjoying of food and drink and eating too much, of course. And there's this whole movement at the moment on social media and people saying, like, it's not about earning. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to feel guilty about what you're eating. But inevitably, I feel better going into Christmas with a lower body fat, with a better routine, feeling good about myself, because then I naturally don't feel guilty when I eat a bit of rubbish and eat a bit too much, compared to if I'd had a rubbish routine, eaten crap all December and not trained, and then it got to the festive period where I'm enjoying time with my family and everyone, and I'd actually feel worse because it's like damaging myself even further, rather than being lean, being fit and feeling awesome, knowing that some chocolate and some food and some drink isn't actually going to do much harm because I'm already in great shape. And that for me is what really motivates me. And also the mindset of knowing that something's going to end. I know I'm this massive preacher of the healthy habits. We're not on a diet, it's continuous forever. But knowing that something that you're working on is coming to an end is kind of motivating. Knowing that January is this fresh start and you got this kind of little naughty couple of weeks before you do it means that you can be good now because you got that naughty couple of weeks coming up. So that always motivates me as well. And I think in this period there's different types of people. There are people like me that are like really motivated, knowing that they're gonna probably let it go for a little bit before January begins. There's other people that are just kind of like just reaching on, like really clutching on to their health and just fitting in workouts where they can and trying to eat well around all the parties and all the social events whilst they're drinking, and you know, that's all right. And then there's another person that has just thrown it all out and just thought, stuff it, I'm just gonna wait until January, I'm just gonna give up on everything. And to be honest, you just gotta do you. Like, there's no wrong, there's no right, you just gotta do you. But promise me one thing, if you are that third person, then don't lie to yourself. Is it just an excuse? You've got to have a big chunk of self-awareness to realise, are you just giving yourself another excuse? Have you said that all year long? Because us as humans, I have a lot of experience in the fitness industry and dealing with people, and I love studying human behaviour, and I know people love to have an excuse and put things off, like, oh, now I've got January to, that means I can just use the next few weeks as an excuse. So has that been an excuse, or has there been an excuse all year long? Or is this a genuine excuse, you know full well that January is going to turn things around for you? So have self-awareness, do you, as long as you're feeling good, because that's the main thing. Like I said on social media, there are so many conflicting things these days, self-love, no guilt, and just doing you and loving your body and whatever. But as a viewer and a consumer of social media, it must be so confusing who to listen to, what to do about yourself, and yeah, it is very confusing. But at the end of the day, hey, look, Pickle's involved now. Can I not just talk to my friends and have a protein shake without you guys getting involved? So on that note of mental health and feeling good, I know full well being in a good routine, eating healthy food and staying active is one of the most important things for a healthy mind and living a healthy, happy life. And also not feeling guilty this time of year is really important, and not being so hard on yourself. So do you. If you have any questions, then just comment underneath. These are the reasons why I am so motivated in December. But trust me, I will be having some big meals, some chocolate, and I'll be sitting down to some Jack Daniels and some good stuff with the cats and Sarah, but not yet. Some good workouts and some good food still to come. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys later on. Bye bye.